In the video today, I'm going to jump into my first impressions and a hands-on walkthrough of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold8. I've had almost a day to play around with this phone and I've got some thoughts. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first and foremost, thank you to Samsung for giving me hands-on access to the device early so I could play around with it and actually see what is this all about and is this something that people should care about? And my first thought is absolutely yes. So this is such a fun phone. It's so small, and for context, I want to show you how it compares to like the Z Fold7. This has been my main phone, and right here, this is Z Fold7. You know, taller form factor, but thinner screen on the outside here. Having this wider front screen is so great. I find myself using the phone a ton closed because you can do so much on that main screen, which is awesome. But then here's the thing, when you open up the Z Fold7, it's a really nice big screen and you definitely make the most of it, which is great. But certain experiences can be, you know, just so-so because you're dealing with more of a square, whereas with the Z Fold8, you basically have a mini tablet in your pocket. Like, these are the same dimensions just about when you have a tablet. And so, like for example, websites are a lot more intuitive because it really feels like you're just kind of on your computer browsing. It doesn't feel awkward, whereas Z Fold7 has always been slightly awkward doing different things, and you really have to, like, you know, make little adjustments and concessions to using it, whereas this, it is actually a mini tablet in your pocket. It's a mini tablet experience, which is so great. So far, I've just loved, you know, browsing websites. I loved watching YouTube. Videos look so much better because it takes up a lot more of the screen, just to show you right here. And yeah, so far, the video experience has been great. And man, it's so small and it's so compact. Like, just being able to have it fit in one hand and be able to reach, you know, the top of your phone without having to, you know, reach so high up. That was the downside of the Z Fold7. It was such a tall phone, and so unfortunately, you always had to work a bit harder to do things. But with this, it's so reachable. Everything you can reach nice and easy. And it's fun also because it's just a new form factor, new experience. And so far, I'm really enjoying it. Now, in this video, I'm going to share one quirk that I have that, you know, it is what it is. I wish this one thing was better. I'll share that at the end, so stay tuned for that part. I want to get into the camera because this phone only has 2 cameras, not 3. And so, you know, Samsung intentionally, you know, put one less camera in it. But I want you guys to know that the camera is still a monster. I was actually out yesterday taking some night photos, and let's open it up so we can really see it on the big screen. Check out this picture I got of New York right here. This picture came out so good, and I was just walking around the city trying to snap different shots just to see how well it handles low light, you know, how well it handles colors, and I was pleasantly surprised at some of the shots I got. Let me just scroll through here so you can see. And these are all just night photos that I shot here. So this one, beautiful, very well lit. You know, New York has some nice architecture. And man, I just captured so many really amazing shots. Just, you know, walking around the city and just, you know, trying to find low light shots, trying to find, you know, where there's a little bit of light popping out and seeing if the phone could handle it. And it did. So camera wise, even though you're getting 2 cameras instead of 3, you're not sacrificing. You still are taking amazing photos, which is so great. That was the big thing I was curious about, since you do have one less lens on the back there. Now, here's the next thing. Social media. This is the thing that, you know, a lot of us spend a lot of our time on. So I was very curious, how does this handle social media? So the first test was just running most apps on the front screen to see what that would feel like. So let's start with Instagram. And here, Instagram actually looks so good on here. Now, what's interesting is old school Instagram, you know, where everything was more of a square, would have ran even better, I think. But now Instagram, you know, like sometimes you see squared stuff, sometimes you see things that are a bit taller. But all in all, Instagram was, you know, a really nice experience, which is great. Now the app that was so was TikTok, actually, because TikTok is all about vertical, whereas, you know, Instagram is more square, like when people post. Like TikTok is more vertical, right? So sadly, you know, it feels a bit scrunched when I'm looking at certain videos, and it's okay. So my workaround for this was do this. Simply open up the phone here, and now you have that experience where the text is not intruding every time you're watching something. And yeah, when I did this, it looked great. So this was my little workaround. And you know, using the phone open is so nice. The inside viewing experience is great. And that's the interesting part. I mean, the phone really does work well in the portrait or landscape position. I found myself doing this quite a bit because you can see a lot more when you hold the phone this way. So that's great. YouTube was the next one. So this is YouTube just on the main screen. So here's our YouTube app here. YouTube looks nice and great, super clean. And then obviously when you open it up here, man, now you have that nice, you know, full screen. And check this out. When you put a video in full screen, you can see a lot more. There are black bars across the top, but it's not horrible. You can still see the videos a lot better and cleaner. And you know, when I spoke to Samsung about the phone, they really said, hey, this is the phone for the entertainment enthusiasts. This is where they're really trying to market this phone. Whereas the now new Z Fold8 Ultra is more so for the folks who are more about productivity, business. So that's how they're trying to segment out these phones. But this one, man, definitely in terms of just, you know, watching videos, social media, I think it definitely is a home run. Again, when we rotate up top, we get that nice dual layout there. And man, YouTube definitely knocks it out of the park when it comes to viewing on the Z Fold8. Now let's get into the one quirk that I had about this phone. It's not a huge thing, but it is something to note because it is just a little irritating. So when I take the phone and I sit it on a table, for example, it has a rock. This was the same issue that the Z Fold7 had. The camera bump is quite substantial, and so when you're just trying to use it on a table, you really can't because it's just constantly doing this. Trying to tap around, it's rocking, right? So that was a little irritating. Now, I always have a fix for this, which is just using this Binks Armor Pop. It's kind of like a pop socket. If you have a MagSafe case on there, this helps to stabilize the phone. So if you do want to just sit and use the phone like this, you can. It's not a big deal. So I would recommend for you guys to grab one of those because it's so much nicer. Just you can use the phone just sitting down. It's so great, but you have to have something that kind of helps to balance out that thick camera bump. So that was my only gripe, honestly, in my whole time using the phone. That was the only thing, was just that that it rocks. But once I put that Binks Armor Pop on there, now we're solid. We're so good. So you guys, all in all, I am blown away by this device. It truly is a phone you have to experience up close. You have to hold it. You have to experience it because it's unlike anything else we have on the market right now. It's so fun, and I believe for a lot of you guys, this might be the device that gets you into a foldable phone because, you know, it's small enough where you can keep it in your pocket. It doesn't feel like you're carrying something that is bulky and intrusive. And that's, you know, Z Fold7 wasn't super bulky, but it definitely, because it was so long, a lot of people would say it just didn't fit in their pockets. So this is the device that definitely fits, and it's just a nice, fun, and refreshing device to experience. So I wanted to show you guys just to end the video that Z Fold8 is available for pre-order right now on Samsung.com, and along with the Z Flip 8, the Watch Ultra 2, and the Watch 9. And Samsung is hooking you up. If you were thinking about getting this device, I always say try to jump on the pre-order because that's when they give you a lot of fun little extras. So right now, $1,200 instant trade-in credit. Now, how do you get the trade-in credit? You would need to trade in either an S26 Ultra or a Z Fold8. Those are the two phones that are going to get you the max trade-in credit. And even if you don't trade one of those in, you're still going to get a good credit with other phones. So they have the full list on Samsung.com. These are all the colors right here: lavender, graphite, cream, and there is this pistachio mint color that is an online exclusive. So definitely Samsung.com. I'll link this one on screen so you guys can jump on it ASAP if you were thinking about getting one. Now, just to show you in terms of the storage, the base model is 256, and that starts at $1899. The 512 is $2099, and then the 1 terabyte is, wow, $2499. That is a crazy jump. $400 jump to get to the 1 terabyte. That is a bit sad because last year it definitely was not that much to make the jump. Darn, these prices for memory are screwing up a lot of things. Anyway, let's stay focused. So right now, trade-in credit, that's the big thing you're getting if you pre-order before the launch. Right there. If you don't trade in, Samsung is still going to hook you up with a special $200 credit just for buying it during the pre-order period. So you're still winning just by pre-ordering it, and you're going to get a $200 credit you can use. And guess what? Get a pair of the Galaxy Buds 4 Pro. They're normally $249. They're going to go down to $25, which is awesome. Or you can get the new Samsung Galaxy Watch 9 for $142 instead of $379. Or get the Galaxy Buds 4 for free. So you got 3 options there. You can also use that credit for other things. It doesn't have to be those 3 devices, but they're giving you a credit just for getting the phone during the pre-order period. You can also break it up. You can do 4 installment payments of $475 every 2 weeks, or you can do Samsung financing and just pay basically about $80 a month for 2 years, and you can have this device right at launch, which is awesome. So wanted to show you guys this so you can see all the details about pre-ordering. If you have an old Samsung phone, I would say try to trade it in because that's where you're going to save the most money. So yeah, guys, leave me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know what your initial thoughts are in seeing the new Z Fold8. This is a really fun phone. It just brings something new and refreshing to the Samsung phone line. And, you know, again, it is a phone you have to experience. Anyway, can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thanks again for watching. Take care, and as always, have a good one.